pulled it about 7 seconds into it. So you can minus about 7 seconds off of that for true water test. But as you can see, it's starting to fill and it's starting to actually unroll on its own. So let's go see what else we can do in the 9 minutes that we have here, 10 minutes we have on this video. Alright. Let's hop into the shop. So, with this video I'll show you exactly what comes with your Heineken can setup for a stove with everything inside of it. I'll get that going here. So it's going to come like this, is exactly how you'll get it. It's going to have a carrying case. Also doubles as a mug to drink cocos and to hydrate your food in. Comes with a lid. Inside of it's going to be one of these stands. One of these, which you can just unroll right here. That's the top of it. I'll show you how this all works. 2 stoves, and they both do 2 different things. This will be one of them. The more water you fill into it, the more fuel you fill into it. So it's equal to the fuel is equal to the amount of water. But this will boil water, both of them. The other stove you're going to get is going to be different than this one. And extra wire here for a handle. And if you see how the handle's made, it's just put through these holes here and then a knot's tied into it. So you can redo it if it comes loose or wears out over time. The can will last forever, but sometimes the handle wears out. So there's extra wire here. Okay, a simmer ring, which I'll show you how that works. And a windscreen. So I usually start with the windscreen. I'll unravel it. Put it around the pot like that. That just forms it, and then I'll let it fall off, set it aside. Take this guy here, undo it, and then with the paper clips, just go ahead and put them on there like that. And you only need to put 1 on, but 2 work better. And I also think that the bigger ones are a little bit better. I prefer the small ones because I'm a little bit lighter, but they both work the same. Alright, and then came with this little flat circle here, and this will be the base of it. So take the base, put it down, put this guy here, which you rolled up together, put that on there like that. Take this, and you can make it as flat as you possibly can, and when it gets hot it'll flatten out anyways, but however, it's like a 6-sided, 7-sided shaped thing. Put it right on top of there. Pretty sturdy, so go ahead and stick it on there. Don't forget to drop your stove in. That, and then put that on there like that, and windscreen. Put it on there like that. So, show you how to fill the stove real quick here too. Take that bad boy off. Take some heat. Stuff works really well. You can get it at the store. Any gas station carries it. Go ahead and fill that boy up. I only go about halfway to 3/4 of the way to do my 16 ounces of water. Put that back on there like that. Take a lighter. I prefer using like a twig or a stick or whatever you can find out in nature to light it, but just go ahead and use a paper clip now. Just put a little bit of the fluid on it, stick it in there and light it. Okay. Got it going. Pine needles work really well. I wouldn't use your paper clips on this in a hurry. So you stick that on there like that. Put that around it like so. And I have some water here. It's already full. And this is cold water, and it's at the 16-ounce level. A little bit more. Okay. And this is cold water. It is snowing outside, and it's freezing in here. So as you can see, I just started this. Go ahead and set that on top of there like that. All good to go. Take your lid, put it on, put your handle up, and you're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so we're at 4 minutes and 33 seconds here. Let's go check the water bag while this gets going. So remember, this is all stuff you can do when you get to camp. Just picture, setting up your water bag, and then go get your stove started and get your water boiling, and then come over to the tree or wherever. See how this is going. Alright, as you can see, we're getting pretty full. This. And this works better if it's a little bit higher and it comes down straight. So if the filter was vertical, it would probably filter the water maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds faster to fill up one of these bad boys. But you can see the bag's starting to get down on there, and this is starting to fill. So we'll come back to that in a minute. It's like watching a pot try to boil. It doesn't seem like it fills until you come back to it, and you're like, whoa. So let's kill the lights in here and see how this is progressing. Alright, so there's your stove. As you can see, it's starting to cook. We'll put this around. Open it up. Alright. See if you can see in there. That's the stove working. And it gets that metal real hot, and so when the condensation comes down off of this, which will happen all the time out in the backcountry, condensation will come down. It hits this piece of metal, which is red hot, and it just evaporates on it. It doesn't pool up underneath your stove, which sometimes I've had problems with other pot stands, the water pooling up underneath it, and takes a little longer to cook, but that gets that real hot, and it gets the stove going. So I'll post this on YouTube or my website, so you'll be able to see the timing on how long it took to get the water to boil. So check this out inside there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but there's little tiny bubbles down in there. So let's give it a stir, because it is vertical. Get the water to stir around a little bit. Back on there. Alright. So it's been 7 minutes since we filled the water bag, started that going. So let's go see how that's going out here. We're just going to stop it right now. I'll do that. And we're at 2.5 liters. And it took 7 minutes. So that's not too bad. Again, if this was hanging up a little bit more vertical, I'll show you how to do that. You'd probably increase the flow rate on this bad boy. But so far so good. Let's finish her up here. Okay, this is how I prefer to have it set up. So the filter's vertical, see if you can see that. And then just hang this maybe another foot higher in a tree. So the slack would be like that. Because the more water pressure it has on it, the faster it goes. And you can increase how quick it fills if you top this bag off too. But we're not in too big of a hurry about that. So let's see how things go. And it's freezing out here, and the filter's cold. I've actually gotten 3 liters in 2 minutes with newer filters. This filter's getting the run around on it. It's been used up pretty good. But as you can see, it's filling pretty good. And I definitely think you get better results if, like I said, this was hung straight up and down. And I'll show you other videos where I've definitely gotten 3 liters in 6 minutes. But not too bad. So let's see how we're doing in here. So we got a minute left on this video. Okay, that's going good. And yeah, there's definitely some steam coming out. Let's flip the lights on. Yeah, and that water is boiling. It's just not boiling, but it's not a rolling boil, but there's water in there and it has bubbles. So, this water's hot enough to hydrate a meal. At this point, it would work just fine. So again, you can see that right there. It's starting to come up to a boil, and I only use half a thing of water. So if you were to fill that all the way full, you could probably really get it full. Plus, it's freezing outside. It's snowing in Olympia. Alright, so that's 9 minutes 44 seconds. Almost 3 liters. Not too bad.